This is a first installment of 5 spontaneous minutes on the subject of internet search. I've sort of been involved in this for, almost a decade, at least 7 or 8 years. The whole internet was constructed in this rather chaotic, haphazard way. And so it was never really organized. There was no disciplined effort to do things the right way. They just kind of happened. Whatever caught on, and even though it wasn't perfected, if it was good enough, it was all right. And if it was better than the rest, it was of course all right. But there was nothing forcing anything to be perfected. And the real corruption happened in internet search. Here is a foundational part of what the internet is. I mean, you can't, it's like right, you can't have a library without, having these books indexed in some manner so you can find them. And you can't have, there's no point in having an internet if you don't have some index where you can find the material. And here we gave control over this to these, marketing companies. I mean, here they're basically location promoters, and we gave them authority over guiding you to the best content on the internet. Doesn't make any sense. They're paid not to do anything in your interest. They're paid to do what they're paid to do. I mean, Google is a $130 billion company. It's a preposterous amount of money. I mean, it's 4 times whatever the value of General Motors. And what does it do? It sells advertising. It's an advertising company. That's where all that money is generated from. And it's just crazy. It is just insane that that's what we have indexing the internet. That we don't have any kind of disciplined scientific approach. That the public library, the perfect public library example, of a disciplined staff and a card catalog and the whole thing, that went out the window. We just completely ignored that example. And we said, well, let's redo it a different way, and let's put Barnes & Noble in charge of the card catalog. I mean, what sense would that make? I mean, they'd put the books that they're promoting, on the front, and they'd have a price tag on them. And it's just, like I said, it's exactly what we've done to the internet. We just gave it away. Gave it away to people who are just looking to make money. And we've destroyed the incentive to create content. There's no incentive to create any local content because it's never rationally indexed. So all these businesses, I mean, you should be able to type in a zip code on the internet, and you should be able to find every business within 10 miles of your house. But you can't do it. I mean, it's 2006 and you still can't do it. And it's stupid. And then the amount of redundancy and spam and garbage and junk, it's just all shysters trying to steal money from you because, they don't pay, they're not paying Google these billions of dollars for nothing. I mean, they're paying it because it works. It's just like all the junk mail you get and the rest of it. Yeah, they send it because it works. And it doesn't work in a productive way. It works to all of our detriment. It makes everything more expensive. It just wastes money. And we've put a huge marketing tax on the internet. Even though we're not taxing the internet, we've put such a high marketing tax on the internet that all the value has been sucked out of it. Because you can't just I've made the point that this is straight line economics. I mean, you want to create a straight line between production and consumption. And instead, we've created this convoluted, crooked line because we've allowed these capitalists, these materialistic bastards, to control what we can access. They're really defining the internet. I mean, the internet isn't indexed by these companies. They have a database, and that's the internet. What's in their database, that's the internet. Okay, but the real internet is, half of it could be just invisible to them. And so it doesn't really exist because you can't access it. And it's so stupid, and it's such a waste because you could create some public resources, and it would cost a few $1,000,000 at the most, and it would just give people a reliable, there would be some integrity, because you would have accountability. We can have an internet or a part of the internet. You don't have to regulate the internet. You just provide an alternative. So you have these parallel systems. But we should be able to have an internet where, yeah, you can't be on if you're a liar. You're caught lying, you're off. You go play on the liar net. But you can't play on an internet that has integrity. And it should be that simple. To make everybody accountable. And we've just created this chaos, this mush, where nobody's accountable. And it's just a preposterous amount of money we're wasting. I mean, you want to talk, who knows, trillion, 2 trillion, 10 trillion? I mean, how do you add up all this waste? I mean, the amount of wasted time, and the fact that people have to go through too much work to get, simple answers. So I didn't put the timer on, so